side. If that lefties try to come with a slider, they get it up, boy, he turns on it. He's been swinging a better path from the right side. And there it is, Keith. No doubt about it, Francisco Lindor's second deck, and the Mets are right back in this thing. A two-run shot for Lindor. It's a 7-6 ball game. This wasn't a slider. It was a fastball, and it was really, I thought, out of the strike zone. But Lindor likes that ball to pop to the right side. No doubter, that's a big hit.
Hey, what's going on, Texas? Got a potential Mets slump breaker going on in the background after it'd be a shame if they didn't win this game after, I don't know if anybody is a Met fan here or a Reds fan. I don't know if we have Zach in the building tonight. After Will Myers smacked the ball out of the second baseman's glove and didn't get called out on it. Now the Mets trying to come back from a 6-run deficit. First time I've ever seen Buck get kicked out of a game as a Met at least. Yeah, Hank, I don't know if you're watching the game, but it's been interesting. Still got time, especially in Cincinnati, to make a comeback here. All right, let's see. We didn't have a ton left over tonight. So I'm going to make what is left over available in terms of things that weren't purchased. Gotcha. Well, it's been an interesting game. All right, here are our leftover vets and prospect non-firsts. There's 23 total spots. They're available for $11 if anybody wants to pick those up. My PayPal Venmo information is up on the screen. The list of players that are available are there. Let's see. See, we only have a couple people in the chat so far. It may be a smaller. Oh, let's see. There's a bunch of people. All right, we have one first left over. That should say $1. It just looks like it says $11 because it says $1 for firsts. Let me type that into the chat again so it's clear. Brian, you got it? $12, $11 for the vets and the prospects. Brian grabbed the first spot already. But we also have two rookies for $1, Leaning Sosa and Eggy Rosario, if anybody wants to grab them. Let's see. And then we had basically everything paid for. We had one person. It may not be the biggest chat tonight because we had one person who ordered about half of the players in the break. So hopefully we're going to be saying Matt's name a lot when it comes to hits tonight because he is all in on this one. All right, let's see. I'm going to drop that in one more time for the vets and prospects because we had a bunch of people join after I dropped it in the first time. If anybody wants to grab the leftover vets and prospect slot, there's the list of players. 23 total players for $11. We have 2 rookie spots available, Eggy Rosario and Lenian Sosa for $1 total. And we're going to pick our boxes while we're giving everybody a minute there. We have 2 jumbos. We have 4 hobbies. So from the hobby stack, we have 1, 2, 3, or 4. Whoever chooses the first 2 numbers, 1 through 4, can pick which boxes we open. I'll take 1 from one person and 1 from another. So give me a number and we'll pick those. We got Miguel picking number 3. And Scott also picking number 3. And we're going to go 1 for Yeezy. Got in just ahead of Mark. All right, so 1 and 3. We're going to put these other 2 boxes to the side. This is the end of our first cases here. Plus, Brian, a couple of boxes from the Order Your Friend mailed over. Gonna put the PayPal Venmo information to the side. And let's get started. I also got some more blasters in, so I'm gonna add another blaster to the break as an add-on tonight. Been doing it we did it the first few breaks. We didn't have any blasters last time, so didn't add it last time, but we'll go back to our blaster add-on tonight. Our biggest pull from 2023 so far, Miguel. Todd, if you got it, I'll give you Rosario and Lenian for $1 because that's what we were doing. So you could have both of them for $1, whether you wanted Eggy or not. Let's see. Our biggest pull so far, maybe the Spencer Jones Speckle or Roman Anthony Gold Auto. So Spencer Speckle Auto, Roman Anthony Gold Auto, Cam Collier. I forgot what the Cam Collier auto was that we hit, but it hasn't been a bad start to the release. I feel like I'm missing a couple other big hits. Let's see, calling an orange tonight. We've seen a couple oranges. All right. Let's see. Let me just type that into our spreadsheet so we have that marked down for Todd, who picked up the rookies. And Brian, who picked up the first. And then Spencer Jones Monster, another Spencer Jones Monster coming for Brian tonight, hopefully. Miguel, who do you have in the break tonight? Let me just grab my box cutter, and then we'll get started. And we'll get things started with the blaster. So far in our blasters, we have had some pretty good luck. We've hit 3 autos in the first 4 add-on blasters we've added in here. Ooh, William, I would love to see a super tonight. We have still only pulled 1 super in our 3 years of breaking Bowman, and it was a Nick Lofton insert. Hey, Starling Marte finally getting on base. About time. Ooh, Scott, I have not pulled a Pearl Pack. Our partner breaker, Brian, who's in the chat, did pull a Pearl Pack in his first player break that he ran last week. think he hit one today earlier in a break too. All right, everybody, good luck. Can we get a super out of a blaster? Probably. Seen some really nice stuff come out of blasters so far from us and from other buyers. Let's shift these boxes over so we have space here. I'm gonna read out all of the paper rookies and the chrome and the firsts. We'll skim through the rest of them to keep things moving, starting with Jordan Diaz, Gabriel Moreno. We have Adele Amador, which reminds me. Let me finish this pack and then I will do that. Angel Ganau, Lazaro Montes, and chromes of Hao Yu Lee and Jonathan Mejia. We also have left over the all inserts lot. I'm going to do all inserts except Self Relic because I know somebody had messaged me about Self Relic. And if you're interested, if that person is in the chat and wants to claim Relic for $1, I said I would do that on eBay. I just couldn't do it because you had already paid for your order. So if the Self Relic guy is here, let me know in the chat and we can get you set up with Relic for $1. But if anybody wants the rest of the insert onlys, which we do not list in the listings on eBay since they're tougher hits than base cards, if anybody's interested in that lot, it's $10. That includes Jordan Walker, Volpe. We hit an Andrew Painter Atomic and Mick Abel Atomic in the last break. So there's some potential stuff we could hit there. Anthony, you got it. So Anthony Frelick, if you that's $1 for that. Let me put the PayPal Venmo information back up in case you need that. Anthony. Right, looking for some wanders. It looks like Brian jumped in and took the insert lot first. So Brian taking that one down. Insert lot for 10. Just adding the Frelick and insert note to my spreadsheet. Sports Rebuild, looks like Brian's willing to give it up if you want it. Let me know if you're interested. All right, I'm going to keep going through these packs while we I knew Brian would love that comment. All right, starting this pack off with a Riley Green, Levon Soto, Brett Beatty, Corbin Carroll, Rookie of the Year favorites, paper of Max Wagner, Ricardo Perez. We have chromes of Brock Jones and Deanne Frias. No idea if I'm pronouncing his name right, but it feels weird saying Diane, so I'm going with Diane. Let's see. All right, Sports Rebuild, you got it. Just let me know who you purchased in the auctions tonight so I can match your eBay order up with your order on here. Yeah, the blaster is a giveaway add-on since we started doing it during release week, and we've run with it over the last couple. Leo Verpaguero, Ivan Herrera. We have a Tristan Cassis rookie spotlight. Robert Perez, Brock Jones, Austin Charles, Lionel James, and Michael Arroyo chrome. Nothing too big in this one so far. I'm going to, let's see. Todd received your Venmo. Anthony received yours. And then Sports Rebuilds, just let me know about the spots that you had left, the spots that you had from the auctions tonight. It seems like you might be on a little bit of a delay. Ezekiel Tovar, DL Hall. We have a Quinn Priester, another one going to that leftover insert slot. Axel Sanchez, Logan Wagner, Luis Rodriguez, and Josh Baez. Chromes. 2 packs left from the blaster. Josh Young, potential Rookie of the Year favorite in the American League. Nolan Jones. Carlos Colmenares, Modern Prospects. Deanne Jorge, Yilber Herrera, Luis Lara, and Chromes of Jackson Holiday and Blake Laubier. Oh, Guillorme swinging at ball 3 with the bases loaded. Smart. Let's see. You used to have a Mickey Mantle card. What? Luis Acuna from the Ranger. Luis Angel Acuna from the Rangers. Awesome. Going for a Bonilla auto. And the Mets are terrible again. Tristan Casas, Kodai Senga. Jackson Churio, sights on September insert. We have a Jackson Churio, and our lunar is a Jace Young. So a pretty lousy blaster there. Miguel, I am a Mets fan. Yeah, it's been tough over the last couple weeks. All right, heading into the first hobby box. I'm going to take the PayPal Venmo information down. If anybody needs me to put that back up, let me know and I could do that. Yeah, Miguel. I'm hoping they could pull this one out tonight with the buck ejection. That gives them a little extra life, but it would have been real nice to get it done that inning. I don't know. I have no idea who the Reds closer is, but would have been nice to get that off of that guy that couldn't seem to throw a strike just now. All right, everybody. We have our first hobby box open. 1 auto coming in this one. Potential for some orange, as well as an atomic, and typically 1 other color chrome, and I believe 1 color paper. Starting off, and I think 2 or 3 lunars. JJ Bleday, Miguel Vargas, Lenian Sosa on the board there for the add-ons. Trey Sweeney. We have our atomic in the first pack. Maya Shendrick Martinez, Marcos Cabrera. We have a Colton Cowser, and our atomic first is Michel Desson. So continuing our streak of hitting first atomics, we are now, this is my 11th box, and we've hit 10 atomic firsts out of 11 boxes. Let's head straight down this first stack. I did not watch the Atlanta-Baltimore game last night. Was that the one with the Michael Harris walk-off? We have our first Adley, Corbin Carroll, Christopher Morel, Juan Chacon, Paguero, Marcos Cabrera, and Robert Perez getting on the board with Chromes. Being a Mets fan humbles the hell out of you. Yeah, it's a lifestyle choice. Let's see why them cards come out with. Why don't they come out with a stick of gum anymore? Nobody's willing to clean off the gum stains anymore. Michael Garcia, Matt Wallner. I wonder if grading made that a thing that had to go away. And I guess That was a Wrigley thing too. So now that Topps isn't owned by Wrigley anymore. Garrett Mitchell, Rookie of the Year favorites. Dylan O'Reilly, Ruben Santana, Yener Fernandez, Christian Serta, and Anthony Paguero. Yoshida, Groshans, Jackson Holiday, Modern Prospects, Matt Mervis, Paper, Ariel Almonte, Marcus Lee, Sang, Justin Henry Malloy, and Colby Thomas, Chrome. I think there's a bunch of people who may be new to our breaks tonight. So for anybody who is, we do, if you haven't already noticed, sleeve up all first Chrome cards live in the break, as well as all hits. But if there's anything that we don't sleeve up that you want us to see, that you want me to sleeve up immediately, let me know in the chat and I'll make sure to get that done. All Chrome cards will be sleeved before they get sent out. There's an Eggy Rosario, Kyle Stowers, Khalil Watson, top 100, Tony Blanco Jr., Randy DeJesus, William Lugo Chrome, and Daniel Guiarte Chrome. Lugo and Guiarte on the board in Chrome with their first hits. Let's see. You look them cards up in a Beckett book. Wait, what? What cards? Vinny Pasquantino, Woods Richardson, Jordan Diaz, Blake Laubier, Juan Brito, Ryan Clifford, Abdias De La Cruz, and Deanne Jorge. Sleeve up your auto of Luis Angel Acuna. Does Angel Acuna have an auto in this set? We have Josh Young again, Nolan Jones, Zach Veen, top 100. Chrome of Brooks Lee and Roderick Arias. Top 100. There you go. Everybody in the top 100 checklist has an auto. Tristan Casas, Kodai Senga, Ballesteros, Josue De Paula, Justin Crawford, and Glider Figueroa. Couple nice hits there. They're worth way more when bent in half. All right, well, I'll do that for all the autos then. Alec Burleson, Gunnar Henderson, Brian Bello. There's that Andrew Painter going to the insert-only spot. I mean, the all-insert leftover spot. Xavier Isaac, Junior Caminero, Hector Rodriguez, Averson Ortega, and Jorge Ruiz Chromes. Not everybody on the top 100 list, but Angel Acuna does. Mark Vientos, Modern Prospects Christian Hernandez, Andres Mesa, Daniel Suzak, and Martin Gonzalez Chromes. How many cards? Oh, I have no idea. The answer is definitely too many for my small New York apartment, but I couldn't even try and guess. Nelson Velasquez. Oh, we got a blue wave coming up. Emmanuel Rodriguez, top 100. Yoangel Aponte. Eric Brown Jr. And our blue wave is a first, and it's Juan Alonso. Nice little color match there for the Dodger. Juan Alonso, 132 of 150 is our Chrome hit of this box. So we have our Atomic out, and now we have our Chrome color out. We should still be looking for a paper. Definitely more than 2,000. No doubt about that. Shea Langeliers, Drew Jones getting a spotlight card. Justin Crawford, Marco Luciano, and Brady House chromes. I was gonna say, Brian, what would you say? Does that say 100,000? Yeah, that I could believe you. I've seen you send pictures of a couple of boxes with rows of cards. What's going on, Carlos? Well, you're in the right place. Matthew Liberatore, Cade Cavalli, Nick Prado, Tristan Cassis, Rookie of the Year favorites, Kenny Gomez, Jorge Ruiz. We got a Puaka Greco and chromes of Yainer Fernandez and Davison De Los Santos getting on the board for the first time. Davison getting our first top load on a on a base card, I should say. Who are you a fan of? What teams? I'm sure I have something sitting around that I could send. Oscar Gonzalez, Vaughn Grissom, Logan O'Hoppe, James Outman, Henry Ramos. We have Kenny Gomez and James Wood. Good point, Brian. Thank you for reminding me. We also have a break Thursday and another break on Sunday that Brian's going to be running. So that's going to be run through our eBay store, same as the breaks from tonight. So if you are interested in adding more cards to the collection, there'll be a lot more opportunities through our store on eBay. Same format on those two breaks, Thursday night, 9 o'clock, and Sunday night, 9 o'clock. Auctions ending starting at 6:20 p.m. Eastern. Jonathan Aranda, Oswald Peraza. We have an Oscar Colas top 100. Carlos Jorge, Michel Desson. We have a Lunar in back of the Matt Mervis hit, which is a Simon Juan. So Lunar's not hitting well so far, but the other hits from this box doing well. Mervis and De Los Santos, the biggest chrome hits we have so far. Corbin Carroll, Rookie of the Year. Chris, haven't missed too much yet. Lot of potential for that Diamondbacks team for sure. Likable team too. I would not mind seeing the Diamondbacks make a little playoff run this year. I'm pretty sure Brian has a futures bet on them if I remember correctly, so he probably wouldn't either. Garrett Mitchell, Nolan Gorman. We have our purple refractor coming up here, and there we go. Anthony, do you have him tonight? Corbin Carroll, color match purple on the purple paper rookie. Let's get this one in there cleanly. Oh man! Well, congrats to whoever does have the Corbin Carroll spot. That is the first time we've hit a Corbin Carroll parallel in our first 11 breaks. Congrats there. We'll put that one up in the display to start the night off. So adding a rookie to the display for the first time tonight. Ellie De La Cruz, Modern Prospects. Zach Geloff. Chrome of Khalil Watson and Angel Ganao. John Smoltz. I don't have any my childhood cards, so probably don't have any Smoltzies with me. Still looking for our auto out of this box. We have a Michael Harris, Bo Naylor, Drew Waters. There's a Jordan Walker going to the leftover insert lot. Tamar Johnson and Miguel Blias Chrome. Carlos, that was you on the was that you on the Corbin Carroll, you saying? Oh, that was, yeah. Hopefully Corbin Carroll and Valdez. Well, congrats. Carlos, you showed up just in time for that one. Francisco Alvarez, 2 home run night tonight for the Mets. See if you could pull off one more in the 9th. Oswaldo Cabrera. Edwin Arroyo paper and an Edwin Arroyo chrome and a Juan Alonso chrome to add to his blue wave in the back already. Let's see. Anthony hit an orange redemption auto on Saturday for Carroll. Wow, that's huge. That is a monster card, man. Congrats. We hit the I'm assuming that's going to be a chrome card. Gabriel Moreno. Oh, and there's orange. Orange in paper, but we have something numbered to 25. Jackson Churio. Good luck, everybody. Amarian Boyd. Jace Bowen. It is a first. I see a bat. And it's a Fraley Encarnacion, number 2 of 25, with a Mikey Romero and Dylan O'Ray behind that. Congrats, Fraley spot, getting an orange number 25. I think that's our third or fourth orange that we've hit so far in the 11 breaks. So not an easy one to make happen. Our first one was How You Lee, which is a paper also. Haven't hit an orange auto yet. Our low numbered auto, I think so far, is our golds Roman Anthony, and that was I think that might have been in our first break actually, or second break. Let's see. None of the old stuff with me, unfortunately. Definitely value in paper, especially when it's numbered to 25. And we are going to have a blue auto coming up here. Riley Green. Let's see what the auto is going to be. Can't show the team here without showing the name, so we'll just have to go from the side, and it's a Hector Rodriguez. Oh, man, we had a Hector Rodriguez guy here last time. And this time, we end up pulling the Rodriguez auto number 1 of 150 True Blue. And I believe we were actually talking about this last time. Hector Rodriguez autos are all different pictures than the base variation. Seems to be the only guy in the set that's true for. Congratulations, Rodriguez spot. Serial number 1 of 150 True Blue. We're going to replace the Dasone up there with this Rodriguez. That's like the 4th time we've hit a serial number 1. So in the first couple of weeks of breaking this product, interestingly. Roman Anthony, Ronnie Simon, Juan Olmos. We have a Juan Brito and Yanquiel Fernandez chrome. Oh, Diaz's little brother is the Reds closer. That hurts. Brian, is that you on the Hector Rodriguez? Do we call it an image variation, or since they're all image variations, I guess not? Levon Soto, Brett Beatty, Leover Paguero. I guess since they have a first on them, they're not image variations because image variations don't usually have the first notation. Cam Collier, Peyton Graham, Tavares. We have a Ryan Clifford chrome and a Jefferson Rojas lunar refractor, I should say. Played a little bit when I was younger. Never above high school level though. Tough to find a good wood bat league besides softball in New York City though. Ivan Herrera, Simon Juan, Modern Prospects, Junior Garcia, Jace Bowman, and Manuel Beltre chrome. Don't sleep on Hector. Not tonight, especially with that 1 of 150. Ezekiel Tovar, DL Hall. We have a Josh Young Rookie of the Year favorites. That is a strong possibility. I feel like they should do some kind of promo around these. And if the guy actually hits Rookie of the Year, do some kind of reward thing. We got an double Arias, Leandro Arias and Roderick Arias. Spencer Jones paper on the board for the first time. Ronnie Simone and Juan Olmos. Brian has been on fire our last 2 breaks, getting all of the cleaning up all the autos. Oh, wow. They just struck out Nimmo on a pitch that was a foot outside to get 2 outs in the ninth. Last pack of our first hobby box. Josh Young again, Joffrey Solano, Vincent Perozzo. We have a Ruben Santana and a Marcelo Mayer Chrome to wrap up this first jumbo. Do we want to go, to wrap up this first hobby, do we want to go jumbo next or do we want to go back to hobby next? Brian says stick with hobby, and the Mets don't pull it out. Hobby. Everyone wants hobby next. We'll go hobby next. It was interesting. We had a little run at the beginning where everybody wanted to open jumbos second. What else do we have on that we could put on in the background now? This Met game ended in 2 hours and 18 minutes. I missed last year when I could just put a Met game on and it would last till the end of our breaks. Pitch clock, messing with it. All right, we have our second hobby box is empty. Ooh, I definitely loved some Fleer back in the day, but can't beat Tops. I think we were actually talking about that in a break recently. Since everybody who isn't a doesn't have the not Players Association, but whatever the league license is, can't print cards with team logos on them. I guess that rule didn't apply back in the day when Upper Deck and Fleer and Skybox were all printing logos on their cards in like the 90s and stuff. I guess this is a new hobby thing over the last decade or so. We have an Eggy Rosario, Kyle Stowers, Vinny Pasquantino, Drew Jones, top 100. We have a Lunar in the back, Zach Geloff, Michelle Dasone, and Edward Julian. I think this might be the first refractor that we've hit of Edward Julian. So good night to have him. Saw him hit an absolute bomb in the minors 2 days ago. So a guy who's not selling crazy high, but has a lot of upside. Even though he's been up and down once already, he's a twin, which doesn't necessarily help. Yeah, Miguel, right? It's been a rough one all around. Woods Richardson, Jordan Diaz, Marcelo Mayer, Modern Prospects, Framey De Leon, and Jefferson Rojas. And when we decide to hit, then we have Max Scherzer getting scratched from starts. Was not a good year to sign 2 40-year-old pitchers. The year that a pitch clock gets added, conditioning seems to be a thing. Gabriel Moreno, Riley Green, Rookie of the Year favorites. Chromes of Chase DeLauder and Henry Davis. Oof, 12 of 15 lost for the Mets. We got TBS baseball. We got the Braves game on. That's a first. I don't think we've ever put a non-Mets Braves game on during one of our breaks. Riley Green again. I feel like we've said his name a lot already tonight. Levon Soto, Juan Chacon, Maya Shendrick, Marcos Cabrera, Chrome of Randy DeJesus, and Junior Garcia. Oh, we have Ronnie doing the Braves game instead of doing the Mets game tonight. That's interesting. Did not realize that was going to be the case when I turned on TBS. Let's see. Mike, which hit did we get for you? Was that the Edward Julian? Brett Beatty, Leo Verpaguero, Ivan Herrera, Mick Abel, top 100, array. We have a gold paper coming up. Samuel Zavala. It looks like it's a first, and it's Joffrey Solano. And we keep hitting both sides. Joffrey Solano, 50 of 50. We keep hitting one of serial numbers, and now we've got a 50 of 50. Luis Garcia and Kennedy Corona behind that. So we have a number to 25 paper and a number to 50 paper already in the out of the first two hobby boxes, as well as the Corbin Carroll purple. So a lot of nice color paper cards coming out so far. There's the Luis Garcia and Kennedy Corona. Need some berries for William. Spencer Strider tore it up last night for Atlanta. He is very good. Might have more muscular legs than Bo Jackson did. Ezekiel Tovar, Matt Mervis, Paguero, Santana, Daniel Montesino, and Fraley Encarnacion. I would not mind seeing an Edward Julian auto later on tonight. We haven't seen any of them yet, so might say we're due. Nelson Velasquez. Everson Arteaga, top 100. We have a Lunar coming up in the back. Leandro Arias. Marcus Lee Sang Chrome and Drew Gilbert Lunar. Are Pearl Packs only in certain products? Yeah, Pearl Packs are only in hobby boxes. Shea Langeliers, Matthew Liberatore, Cade Cavalli. We have an upside down Sedan Rafaela Modern Prospects. Joffrey Solano, Spencer Jones, second time, both in paper. Logan Wagner and Gavin Cross. Still looking for our Chrome hit, our Atomic hit, and our Auto hit out of this box. Nick Prado, Oscar Gonzalez, Colton Cowser sights on September. William Lugo paper and Vincent Perozzo. We have an Alejandro Osuna and Tony Blanco Jr. Chrome. Seems like we got a lot of love for Junior Caminero. I think Brian sent me his stats earlier today. Brian, does he have 8 home runs already? Or was it 6? Over 1,000 OPS. Vaughn Grissom, Logan Ohape, James Outman, Jonathan Aranda, Lazaro Montes paper, Cole Young, and Samuel Munoz. I know he was a guy that a lot of prospect guys were really high on before he had his first Bowman card. I was hoping that he wouldn't get as hyped up as he did as quickly as he did, but he definitely is in demand right now. Oswald Peraza, Garrett Mitchell, Nolan Gorman. We have a Kumar Rocker top 100. We have our Atomic in this pack. Ricardo Perez, Sedan Rafaela, and our second Atomic is upside down, and it's not a first. Oscar Colas. Started off all right this season, been struggling a little bit since the beginning of the season. I am going to top load this one, and then I'm going to shift some of these paper cards over. Let's see, what do we have going on in the chat? What was the question? Oh, our Pearl Packs and any certain products? I think that was the question that you might be talking about. Definitely, Bones. Definitely do some eBay shopping myself as well. Get into some breaks myself too, including Brian's that he's running Saturday. Michael Harris, Bo Naylor, Drew Waters, Austin Charles, Papers, Juan Chacon, and there we go. Jacob Berry finally on the board. Forgot who was asking for Berry before, but we finally got him out. Time to open some more top loaders. Yeah, from what I've seen, all in high. The Babe was an interesting guy. We'll top load that Jacob Berry for you, since Bowman is apparently already calling him the number 36 Major League prospect, even though he got off to some early struggles last year. I haven't checked his stats yet this year. Anybody know how Berry is doing so far this season? DL Hall. I don't know if anybody's ever seen the video of Babe Ruth with his trainer back in the day. Their training routine was very interesting. Let's just say, worth a YouTube search if anybody hasn't seen it. Henry Davis, Tony Blanco Jr., Yainer Fernandez, Ariel Almonte, Peyton Graham, and Kyle Harrison. I feel like I haven't said Kyle Harrison's name much in the last couple breaks. Berry's still struggling. Got another Hector Rodriguez, Brian. Is it going to be something shiny? It is just a chrome. Josh Young, feel like I've been saying his name all night too. Miguel Blias with another upside-down Modern Prospects card. Blake Laubier, Marcus Lee Sang, and Christian Hernandez is our other chrome card. Hector, there we go. The two different images of Hector Rodriguez cards. Let's see. Garden. Mike knows what's up. Some classic Rookie of the Year lines. Nolan Jones. Gotta love the batting practice with the balls bouncing off the top of the cage. Justin Foscue, top 100. Amarian Boyd, Randy DeJesus, Juan Brito. Kumar Rocker and Jordan Lawler chromes. The call out home run. People should try that nowadays. See what happens. I'll probably get hit with a fastball. Kodai Senga. Is that Lazaro Montes? Yeah, Lazaro Montes Spotlight. Roman Anthony, Ryan Clifford, Jace Bowen, Elijah Green, and Braylon Bishop chrome. I think that's the first Lazaro Montes non-paper that we've hit tonight. Still in search of a lot of the big names. Couple Drew Jones inserts, but still looking for him in chrome. Caminero, Collier, Spencer Jones, a lot of the big names. Alec Burleson, Gunnar Henderson, Brian Bello, Mark Vientos, Gabriel Moreno, Rookie of the Year favorites. There's a Collier in paper. Ronnie Simone, Juan Olmos, Oscar Colas, and Nerwillian Cedeno. Berry plus Cruz. Yeah. Cruz is Cruz supposed to be 1 or 2 overall? Oh, you just said that. Fan of the Cyclones. Did you go to Iowa State? My favorite Cyclone ever was, I'm a big college basketball guy. Oh no. I think he's on the 76ers, or at least got drafted by the 76ers. Mac Mayer, Junior Garcia, Peyton Graham, Tavares, Maya Shendrick, and Samuel Zavala chromes. George Niang. So I was trying to think of. Oh, LSU. Lowercase L. We have an Aqua Shimmer coming up in the back of this one, not an auto. We didn't pull our auto out of this one yet. Francisco Alvarez, Oswaldo Cabrera. There's another Corbin Carroll, Rookie of the Year favorites. Alejandro Osuna, Axel Sanchez, Logan Wagner. We have a Lisandro Rodriguez, and it is a first on the Aqua Shimmer, and it's a Luis Garcia. That one, number 5 of 125. Let's open up our thicker top loaders. You threw me off with the lower cases, apparently. Love the look of that Aqua Shimmer there for Luis Garcia. First time we've hit a parallel of him since the first break that we did when we hit, I believe, a purple. Corbin Carroll with the Rookie of the Year favorites, and Lisandro Rodriguez getting on the board. Still in search of our auto from this second hobby box. And looks like we're still going to be in search unless we have an insert auto. JJ Bleday, Miguel Vargas, Oscar Colas, upside down modern prospects card. Jefferson Rojas, Yilber Herrera, Luis Lara. We have a Jace Avina and William Bergola. Chromes. Let's see. Who's my favorite LSU player ever then? Lenian Sosa, Adley Rauschman, Corbin Carroll, Christopher Morel. I'm trying to think of what LSU football players went to the Dolphins. Warming Bernabell, Daniel Suzak, Hao Yu Lee, and Brock Jones. Three more packs to get the second auto of the break. Looking for that Emmanuel Bonilla for Miguel. Let's see if we can make it happen. No auto in this one. Michael Garcia, Matt Wallner, Fraley Encarnacion, Davison De Los Santos, Luis Garcia. We have a Diane Frias and Luis Lara. So we have Diane and Lara in one pack. They are saving this auto for the end, it looks like. Not in this pack either. Yoshida, Groshans, Marco Luciano, sights on September. Kennedy Corona, Daniel Montesino, Lionel James, and Luis Rodriguez chromes. And we should have an auto in this final pack. And what do we have? It looks like a refractor auto numbered to 499. At least they didn't skimp us on the auto. Eggy Rosario, Kyle Stowers. Oh, it's not. Oh, yeah, it is. It's just upside down. It is a Diego Hernandez. Brian hitting again. Brian getting both autos out of the hobby boxes. The Diego Hernandez and the Hector Rodriguez. Dude is on fire. Braylon Bishop, Serta, Kyle Harrison, and chromes of Joshua Baez and Glider Figueroa. All right, let's see if we can start sharing the wealth in the jumbo boxes. Brian has been hogging all of the autos so far in the last two breaks. Let's see if we can get some for the guy who has half the cards in this break in the jumbo boxes. Stopped watching football after Peyton left. Peyton, I'm assuming we're talking about quarterback Peyton, not Sean Payton. Sports rebuild, nothing for you yet tonight? Let's see, unless Pitt does another silly move and not top prospect. Oh, wait, are we talking about like Henry Davis moves? William, I'm not sure exactly how I became a Dolphins fan, but it happened. And between that and the Mets, it's been a very tough run. At least they've been giving us hope the last couple of years, but always for nothing so far. And the Mets are not looking like they're going to help that cause this year. All right, let's see our 3 auto boxes. And we have our first jumbo box empty. All right, everybody, good luck here. Talking about the Manning bro. Let's see. Linebacker was the last LSU guy on the Fins. Can't remember his name. LSU linebacker on the Dolphins. Oof. Went to a card show Saturday and they were selling the jumbo boxes for $6.15. Sports Rebuild. I just spotted today that looks like we have a lime green paper in this one. A lot of the distributors online have dropped the price back down under 600, which seems fair, especially with the increased print run with all these extra refractors. I feel like saying that class is as good as the Ellie De La Cruz class already is, especially because that one also had Jackson Churio non-autos in it, is a bit aggressive, considering those are two of the top 5 prospects in baseball, as well as guys like Colas and some other big names. But yeah, I expect these prices to keep coming down a little bit. So if anybody's interested in buying jumbos, I would hold off. I've been trying not to go through the secondary market and buy too many myself because of how high the box prices are. We have a Josh Young, again, Christopher Morel, Michael Garcia, Matt Wallner, Nolan Gorman, Rookie of the Year favorites, Spencer Jones, Vincent Perozzo, Lazaro Montes. I think the distribution is just messing with people, and because people see it's hard to get boxes, they are driving up prices because of supply. There we go. Speaking of reaching on first overall picks, Henry Davis, number 91 of 399 on the lime green paper. Gavin Cross, Samuel Munoz, Ricardo Perez, Ben Cosme, Austin Charles, and a top 100 of somebody who was not reached for by the Mets, but traded for basically nothing, Endy Rodriguez, guy who could be coming up sometime this season for Pittsburgh if they ever slow down a little bit and need some extra help. Be funny if Endy ends up being a better catcher than Henry Davis does. Speaking of Henry Davis, it certainly seems like it's a possibility. Louisville catchers, Henry Davis, and I believe Kevin Parada was also a Louisville catcher. That was not an auto, so let's continue across the top. Let's see. Are you thinking of AJ Doohy? Was he a Dolphins linebacker that went to LSU? Ivan Herrera? I don't even think I've ever heard of that name. Ezekiel Tovar, Miguel Vargas, Lenian Sosa, Adley, Corbin Carroll, Christopher Morel. And our first auto of the jumbo is a Prelander Baroa base. So getting the base out of the way at the start. Prelander Baroa, the auto only, getting a hit. That's the second one of his that we've pulled in our 11 breaks. Garrett Mitchell, Rookie of the Year favorites. Paper of Ganau, Max Wagner, Luis Rodriguez, Jesus Baez, Henry Malloy, Drew Jones, Pedro Ramirez, Nelson Rada. Chromes of Colby Thomas, Deanne Jorge, Jordan Lawler, Elijah Green, Oscar Colas, and a Jordan Lawler top 100. Some stuff to sleeve up here, and we'll top load the Prelander Baroa base auto. Tell me that Brian didn't also have Prelander. That would not be a very Brian-like pickup. That one had to have gone to somebody else. Let's see. The only team you ever kept up with was the Braves. Ooh, my brother grew up being a Met fan and a big Chipper Jones fan, which is a very strange combination, but somehow it happened, and he stuck with it for a long time as Chipper dominated us for many, many years. No, you did not get Baroa. I don't believe you. DL Hall, Josh Young, Michael Garcia, Matt Wallner, Yoshida Groshans, Josh Young Spotlight. We'll top load that one. Jordan Lawler, Modern Prospects. Deanne Jorge, Bastidas, Lionel James, Burgos, Juan Alonso, Gabriel Gonzalez, and Martin Gonzalez. Chrome of Yanquiel Fernandez, Manuel Beltre, Norwillian Cedeno, Maya Shendrick, Lunar of Andres Mesa, and a Marcelo Mayer top 100. Couple nice hits for Rangers players there with the Lunar Mesa and the Josh Young Spotlight rookie. I'm going to shift some cards over out of these stacks after we finish up this third pack in this row. Love these cards that with no name on the front. Different kind of look. Yeah, I knew that wasn't your spot. I knew that Burrow wasn't your kind of pickup. God, yeah, that sounds familiar. Ooh, Jarvis, yeah, that loved him when we had him. Hated giving him up. Core, I'm sure we wouldn't have drafted all these guys if we had them, but our wide receiving core now with between Tyreek and Waddle, if we still had a slot guy as Landry, Nolan Jones, Tristan Cassis, Kodai Senga, Eggy Rosario, Nelson Velasquez, Matt McLean could be a Mayor June call up. It's looking like based on his performance so far. We have a Xavier Isaac, Ballesteros, DePaula, Caminero, Hector Rodriguez, Marcelo Mayer, Xavier Isaac, Marcus Lee Sang, Logan Wagner, Alejandro Osuna, and Alex Ramirez top 100. Used to be a Buffalo Bills fan growing up. Good old Jim Kelly. Gotta love him. I was not a huge Miami fan yet when he was on the team, so I won't hate him because he's a rival. But a guy I definitely liked growing up, so I could get behind some 90s Buffalo Bills. Some Thurman Thomas. Braves getting another W. Sounds like Bones is only a fan of black and blue teams. Braves and Bills. All right, we did not have an auto yet out of there. We won't have an auto out of these next two top packs. So we'll open these next. If Tua stays vertical, the wide receivers are the best in the league. Yep. Fingers crossed. Max Mayer, Kyle Stowers, Vinny Pasquantino, Simeon Woods Richardson, Nick Prado, Oscar Gonzalez, Vaughn Grissom, Logan Ohape, James Outman, Aranda. I feel like Stafford had a couple years where he couldn't stop getting injured, and then he pulled it together. So fingers crossed Tua can figure out how to fall. Tristan Cassis, Rookie of the Year favorites, Jackson Holiday, Modern Prospects, Gabriel Martinez, Jacob Berry, Kyle Harrison, Norwillian Cedeno, Martin Gonzalez, Brady House, Randy DeJesus, Luis Garcia to add to his Aqua Shimmer, Kennedy Corona, and Quinn Priester top 100. Whoa, Matt Olson, 5 home runs and 11 home runs already on the season, 5 of them in the first inning. Sounds like he needs to go into the cage in between innings before he gets up if he's that good when he's fresh. All right, one more pack that won't have an auto in it before we get to the second row, which gives us a 33% chance of getting an auto. So far, only auto out of this box is a Prelander Baroa base. So hopefully that means we have 2 colors coming up. Gabriel Montero, Riley Green, James Outman, Aranda Peraza, Garrett Mitchell, Nolan Gorman, Miguel Vargas, Rookie of the Year favorites. Termar Johnson, Modern Prospects. Amarian Boyd, Roman Anthony, Dion Jorge, Martinez, Marcos Cabrera, Anthony Paguero, Ruben Santana, Yener Fernandez, Jefferson Rojas, Chrome, Junior Garcia, Zach Neto. There is Luis Angel Acuna. Spencer Jones finally getting on the board in Chrome, and Kumar Rocker with the top 100. First time we got Spencer on the board with some Chrome for Brian. The spot's alive. Hopefully, now that we have Spencer on the board, we'll start to get some of the other big names on the board. Collier, Drew, Caminero. We got Davison De Los Santos up there. Let's see. Everyone down here are Saints fans, even though they don't even live in Louisiana. Nolan Jones, Tristan Cassis, Kodai Senga, Yoshida, Groshans, Eggy, and Velasquez. Brett Beatty with the spotlight. Ellie De La Cruz, Modern Prospects. Rojas, Suzak, Encarnacion, Ricardo Perez, Brock Jones, Austin Charles, Axel Sanchez, Logan Wagner, Yilber Herrera, Luis Lara. There's our second Jacob Berry. William Bergola, Axel Sanchez, Wilbur Sanchez, Michel Dasone, and Gavin Cross, top 100. Bones, I don't hate the Saints either. The last ever good Hofstra player where I went for undergrad was Marquise Colston. So one of the last jerseys I will probably ever own is a Colston Saints jersey. Get the spotlight. Beatty and the Berry top loaded. We'll keep heading across this second row, see if we can find the auto in this pack or if it's going to be in the next. Jordan Diaz hit 3 home runs against the Yankees tonight, like in the major leagues or in the minors. Speaking of, there he is, Jordan Diaz. Gabriel Moreno, Riley Green, Oswald Peraza, Garrett Mitchell, Nolan Gorman, Michael Harris, Bo Naylor, Daniel Gallarte, Framey De Leon, Ben Cosme, Asario, Figueroa, Arroyo, Wilbur Sanchez. We have chromes of James Wood, Angel Ganao, Daniel Montesino, Peyton Graham, Kyle Harrison, and Kevin Parada, top 100. I think Parada was actually a Georgia Tech guy. Now that I see the picture of him, that reminds me of that. So not a Louisville catcher like Henry Davis. I think there was another Louisville catcher that got drafted, though. Or another Louisville catcher that is about to get drafted. Let's see. Yanks 10, Diaz 4. Geez. Colston did? That's wild. High school near you and college at my university. All right. Since that's going to be our auto, I'm going to save that pack and see if we could get our last 2 autos in our last 2 packs of this first jumbo box. Ezekiel Tovar, DL Hall, JJ Bleday, Miguel Vargas, Lenian Sosa, Adley, and Corbin Carroll. Another Jordan Walker sights on September, maybe his next call-up. Christian Hernandez, Modern Prospects. Yafri Solano, William Lugo, Ronnie Simone, Juan Olmos, Tavares, Peyton Graham, Roderick Arias. Chromes of Braylon Bishop, Samuel Zavala, Blaze Jordan. There's our first Lazaro Montes chrome. There's another Edward Julian and Zach Neto, top 100. Julian adding to his lunar that we hit earlier. Central PA is where Colston is from. Let's see. I think Albert Pujols called it quits too early. I mean, tough not to do it with the way he ended last season. That was a spectacular finale to a career. So in that sense, no. Could he have run up the home run charts a little bit more? Maybe, but I didn't hate the bowing out the way he did, especially hitting as well as he did over those last couple months. Not only the spectacular way he hit the 700th home run. All right, let's see. It looks like we have an auto in this pack. Good luck, everybody. Alec Burleson, Gunnar Henderson, Brian Bello, Mark Vientos, Shea Langeliers, Matthew Liberatore, Cade Cavalli. Behind the Jacob deGrom, we have, it looks like it might be a Tampa Bay auto. It is not. It's a Gabriel Martinez. We hit a blue Gabriel Martinez last break, and we hit a blue Gabriel Martinez this break. Martinez blue auto, 8 of 150. 2 true blue autos in the break tonight. Hector Rodriguez and Gabriel Martinez. That one I could definitely believe is a Brian guy because I know he PCs him. Jackson Churio, sights on September. Braylon Bishop, Julian, De Los Santos, Luis Garcia, Corona, Montesino, Serta. We have Chrome of Luis Lara, Figueroa, Framey De Leon, Chase DeLauder, Henry Davis, and Adele Amador, top 100. Ooh, I'm shocked, Brian. You didn't go with your guy Gabriel tonight. Back-to-back breaks with a Gabriel Martinez blue auto. Last time it was a Lunar Crater. This time, true blue, 8 of 150. Let's slide the Corbin Carroll over and leave that up there and also add the Martinez. Triple blues on the board. Let's get the glare off that Luis Garcia. True blue autos are definitely, Mike. Are you the Gabriel spot? So we have a blue and a base on the board so far. Freelander was the base. Gabriel Martinez was the blue. Let's sleeve up the rest of the first chromes from this box, and then we'll check out our last 2 packs. One more auto coming up. Should be in the left pack. We got a Tiedemann top 100 in the back. Already up to number 24, apparently. Livan Soto, Brett Beatty, Leo Verpaguero, Drew Waters, Francisco Alvarez, Oswaldo Cabrera, a bunch of rookies, JJ Bleday, Anthony Volpe going to the insert-only lot. Sights on September, Simon Juan, Abdias de la Cruz, Peroza, Lisandro, Avina, Hao Yu Lee, Colby Thomas, Frias, chromes of Juan Alonso, Robert Perez. We have a blue shimmer coming up here. A lot of variations of blue tonight. Christian Hernandez, Kumar Rocker. The blue shimmer is not a first. Anthony Gutierrez, numbered 82 of 150. And Tiedemann getting the top 100. So Gutierrez, I believe this might be the first time we got a chrome refractor hit that was not a first of the break tonight. Congrats, Gutierrez spot. Perez, Juan Alonso, and let's see our final auto of the first box. First jumbo box, I should say. What color are we looking at here? We are looking at maybe a refractor to 499. Livan Soto, Brett Beatty, Paguero, Herrera, Michael Harris, Bo Naylor, Drew Waters, Francisco Alvarez, Oswaldo Cabrera. Behind the Wander Franco, we have maybe a Met, maybe an Astro. I think it might be an Astro. Shea Whitcomb. First time I've seen a Shea Whitcomb auto. 131 of 499 for the Houston prospect. Anybody know anything about Whitcomb? I can't say I know too much about him. Let's see, he was a 5th rounder in 2020. Very low average, some decent power last year. All right, we got a Cam Collier paper, Junior Garcia, Leandro Arias, Ariel Almonte, Marcus Lee Sang, Randy DeJesus, Juan Brito, Ryan Clifford, Jace Bowen, Fraley Encarnacion, Hector Rodriguez. Ooh, what is this? Is this a gold lunar? Gold lunar crater? Yordani de los Santos, Vincent Perozzo, and maybe yellow. Austin Charles yellow lunar crater. 47 of 75 and a warming Bernabelle top 100 behind that. As somebody said last break, somebody at Fanatics had to be on acid when they created these new card names, but there we go. Yellow lunar crater. I'm getting used to saying it, despite how weird the name is. We're going to take down that Luis. We're going to move the Fraley orange paper over, and we'll get that yellow up there. Interesting looking in refractors for sure. We'll see what kind of value and staying power they have. All right, let's see. Ooh, I missed a bunch of things from the chat. Let's see. True Blue Autos did not have Martinez. Kind of reminds you of the HSN show. Oh, God. It's the first time anybody's compared us to the Home Shopping Network. Miguel UPC Gutierrez. Hopefully that was you then. You were today years old when you first heard of Shea Whitcomb. I like that. It is a nice looking Austin Charles for sure. All right. We have one more jumbo, 3 more autos. I think Gabriel Martinez, or maybe the Hector Rodriguez, especially since it's serial number 1. And I know some people were saying that he might be a guy to keep an eye on. Maybe Hector Rodriguez is our biggest hit of the break so far. And we have our second jumbo box empty. Let's see. DePaulo, Spencer Jones, Jorge for Brian. All right, everybody. One more box to go tonight. Looks like no auto in this pack. Shea Langeliers, Liberatore, Cavalli, Prado, Josh Young, Nolan Jones, Tristan Cassis, Senga, and a Fernando Tatis Jr. gold paper, 5 of 50. Second gold paper we've hit so far tonight. Roman Anthony, Cam Collier, Junior Garcia, Ben Cosme, Asario, Glider, Arroyo, Wilbur Sanchez. Chromes, we have Henry Ramos, Leandro Arias, Termar Johnson, Miguel Blias, Edwin Arroyo, Tink Hentz, top 100. Arias and Ramos and the Fernando Tatis Jr. Is he back in the majors yet or going to be back in the majors soon? I know I saw him doing some playing in the minor leagues a little bit. 5 of 50, the kind of gold-looking color match with the San Diego gold. No auto in that one, so we'll continue across the top row, looking for our first auto of the fourth box. Looks like we have our base auto in the top row again. Yoshida, Groshans, Rosario, Velasquez, DL Hall. Let's see what the first auto is going to be. Josh Young behind the CJ Abrams. We have Yainer Fernandez. I don't know what that chicken scratch is supposed to say. Maybe YFZ. Yainer Fernandez base auto. First time seeing one of his autos. Paper Berry, Gallarte, Greco, Jorge, Desone, Geloff, and chromes of Zavala, Gavin Cross, Ronnie Simone, Juan Olmos, Ruben Santana, and a Pedro Leon top 100. Do another shift over of these paper cards. Yeah, a couple golds, though. Can't turn off TBS while Pedro's on. What's going on in the NBA playoff games right now? Either of them worth turning on in the background? Let's see. Who had the Yainer spot? Yainer, our 6th auto of the night. 2 more coming. Oh, auto is in this row, so we'll go with those 2 next, since they won't have autos in them. Bo Naylor, Drew Waters, Francisco Alvarez, Oswaldo Cabrera, Simeon Woods Richardson, Jordan Diaz, Gabriel Moreno, Simone Juan Modern Prospects, Osuna, Jefferson Rojas, Suzak, Bastidas, Lionel James, Burgos, Juan Alonso, Gabriel, and Martin Gonzalez. Looks like we have a lunar coming up here. Xavier Osario, Jefferson Rojas, Daniel Gallarte, and Cam Collier getting the lunar. Collier was striking out tonight and finally getting on the board with the lunar. And Ryan Clifford, another nice prospect, getting on the board with a refractor number 57 of 499. Dominguez with the top 100. The 11th rounder. Clifford has some demand. That's interesting that he was an 11th rounder. I didn't realize that until I just checked the back of this card. Nice hit for the Clifford spot, though, with a refractor, as well as Cam Collier getting color for the first time in the last few breaks. We had a very hot start for the Cam Collier spot, but he's cooled off a lot recently. I'm going to move the Corbin Carroll over again, and we'll get that Collier up in the background. Let's see if everything's in picture. Shift that Fraley over to get the glare off of him. And we lost Corbin Carroll out of the side, but let's see. Philly beat Boston already. NBA's rigged. Let's see. Let's go with this pack first. Then we'll sleeve up the first chromes from that last pack. Shea Langeliers, Liberatore, Cade Cavalli, Nolan Jones, Tristan Cassis, Kodai Senga, George Valera, Sights on September, Jonathan Mejia, Modern Prospects, Framey De Leon, Abdias De La Cruz, Maya Shendrick, Marcos Cabrera, chrome of Samuel Munoz, another chrome of Jacob Berry, ton of him tonight, Tavares, Jason Churio, Zach Neto, and Kyle Manzardo, top 100. A lot of Jacob Berry pulls tonight. In base, at least. No color yet. Gallarte, Rojas, and Osario. All right, one more pack from this row that is guaranteed to not have an auto in it, unless we have a bonus lurking around here somewhere. Nick Prado, Oscar Gonzalez, Vaughn Grissom, Logan Ohape, James Outman, Jonathan Aranda, Alec Burleson, Gunnar Henderson, Brian Bello, Mark Vientos. We have an Adley on the board, first time in chrome. We have a lime green paper coming up as well. Rookie of the Year favorites of Adley. Angel Ganao, Max Wagner, Anthony Paguero, Ruben Santana, Yener Fernandez, Ariel Almonte, Marcus Lee Sang. And our lime green paper is a first, and it's Ariel Almonte. 170 of 399. Chrome of William Bergola, Luis Lara, Luis Angel Acuna, Spencer Jones on the board for the second time in chrome, Yordani De Los Santos, and Max Muncy, top 100. So we got a Lara. We have the Ariel Almonte lime green paper first. Once we finish this box, we will be doing a recap of this break. If anybody missed any of the breaks so far, we'll recap all of the top-loaded hits. We also, just as a reminder, we are breaking again on Thursday. Brian will be running that break over on the Ishii Breaks channel. That break will be run through our eBay store, though. And we'll be running our next break again this Sunday. Brian will also be hosting that one, and then we'll be back live on the Hot Ice channel next Tuesday. Oswald Peraza, Garrett Mitchell, Nolan Gorman, Michael Harris, Max Mayer, Kyle Stowers, Vinny Pascantino, Simeon Woods Richardson, Modern Prospects, Sedan Rafaela, Robert Perez, Deanne Jorge, De Jesus, Brito, Clifford, Simone, Olmos, Peyton Graham, another glider Figueroa. We've been saying his name a lot. Martin Gonzalez, Vincent Perozzo, Blaise Jordan, and Lazaro Montes on the board for the second time. Austin Wells, top 100. Yep, the Reds definitely stole that game. I don't know if anybody's watching TBS right now, but they just showed the Will Myers smacking the ball out of Lindor's hand and then winning the game for the Reds. All right, 33% chance of hitting an auto in this pack. Let's see. I don't see any color here, so not an auto in here. Oscar Gonzalez, Vaughn Grissom, Logan O'Hoppe, James Outman, Aranda, Oswald Peraza, Alec Burleson, Gunnar Henderson, Brian Bello, Mark Vientos, Marco Luciano, Sights on September, Modern Prospects, Jackson Holiday, Leandro Arias, Joffrey Solano, William Lugo, Jose Peroza, Lisandro, Avina, Hao Yu Lee, Colby Thomas, Dion Frias. We have a Chrome, Yilber Herrera, Jet Williams, Colton Cowser, Marcos Cabrera, Christian Serta, and Jordan Lawler, top 100. $50-50 shot. We get an auto here. If we don't, we'll do what we did last time and shift it down to the bottom and try and have it be one of our last two packs. Let's see. We did not get an auto in this one, so it should be in this pack, and we'll save it for the end. JJ Bleday, Miguel Vargas, Lenian Sosa, Adley, Corbin Carroll, Christopher Morel, Riley Green, Livan Soto, Brett Beatty. There we go. Frelick finally getting on the board at the end here. Fraley Encarnacion, Braylon Bishop, Ballesteros, Josue De Paula, Caminero, some guys that have been quiet tonight, Hector Rodriguez, Junior Garcia, Fraley Encarnacion, Abdias De La Cruz, Mikey Romero, and Dylan O'Ray, Evan Carter, top 100. Zero Vaughn Brown's future. He is an auto only, so he is a tough hit. Only 8 chances to hit him in the break tonight. We've only hit one Vaughn Brown so far in our 11 breaks. So he is definitely a tough one to hit. All right, so that is going to be an auto pack. This is not going to be an auto pack. Bonilla, same. Bonilla is also an auto only. We have not seen any of his pulled yet in our 11 breaks. JJ Bleday, Miguel Vargas, Lenian Sosa, Adley, Livan Soto, Brett Beatty, Leo Verpaguero, Ivan Herrera. Evan Carter is an insert insert only, so that one does go to you. Rebuild. Oswald Peraza, Rookie of the Year favorite, Samuel Munoz, Xavier Isaac, Aponte, Montes, Perez, Brock Jones, Austin Charles, Axel Sanchez Papers, Chrome of Ganao, Juan Alonso, Ben Cosme, Austin Charles, Axel Sanchez, and a Drew Romo. Top 100. He is also an insert only. Austin Charles, Ben Cosme, Alonso, Ganao, and Oswald Peraza, Rookie of the Year favorites. All right, we have 2 more autos to come in the next 3 packs. Big Evan Carter fan too, Rebuild. Happy we could get that one for you. All right, this looks like it might be the smallest pack here, so fingers crossed. We don't have an auto in this one. We have autos in the next 2 and their color. Yep, no auto here, so we'll have autos in our final 2 packs of the night. We have a Michael Garcia, Wallner, Peguero, Herrera, Salvador Perez, Ezekiel Tovar, Josh Young, Rookie of the Year favorites for the second time. Modern prospects, Jordan Lawler, paper of Julian, Gabriel Martinez, Andres Mesa, Justin Crawford, Jorge Ruiz, Hector Rodriguez Chrome, Braylon Bishop, Juan Brito, Ryan Clifford, Jace Bowen, a lot of firsts there. Jackson Merrill, top 100. He is also an insert only. One of the better insert onlys, I would say. Jackson Merrill could be a top 10 prospect by next year. Guy who you could probably still get some deals on his auto since they don't have the first notation on them, since his first card was in Bowman Draft and his first auto was in 2022 products. All right. 2 packs, 2 autos left. Good luck to everybody, especially the guys with the auto onlys who are still chasing. Hoping for something big out of these last 2. We have 2 true blues on the board so far. Couple bases, and looks like we have an atomic number to 100 as one of our 2 autos. Garrett Mitchell, Nolan Gorman, Michael Harris the second, Max Meyer, Kyle Stowers, Ronald Acuna Jr., Vinny Pasquantino, and our second to last auto is Amarian Boyd, number 13 of 100 on the auto. Garrett Mitchell, Rookie of the Year favorites. Luis Rodriguez, Jesus Baez, Henry Malloy, Drew Jones, Pedro Ramirez, Nelson Rada, Anthony Gutierrez, Trace Sweeney, Anthony Peguero, Justin Henry Malloy, William Lugo, and Taj Bradley is also an insert only. A lot of insert onlys in this top 100 set. So a lot of cards going to Sports Rebuild. When we get done, can you show me all the insert onlys? I honestly don't. I might remember them off the top of my head, but I can't guarantee that I remember the exact checklist. And I don't have a list, to be totally honest. James Outman is the man. Amarian Boyd. All right, everybody. Last pack, last auto of the break. Looking for something big. And are we really going to get 2 bases? We got 2 bases in a jumbo. Have not seen that many times this year. Bo Naylor, Drew Waters, Francisco Alvarez, Oswaldo Cabrera, Jordan Diaz, Gabriel Moreno, Riley Green, and our final auto is Juan Alonso. Getting the blue wave and a base auto tonight. Double hitter for Juan Alonso. Tyler Soderstrom, he's an insert only as well. Looks like we're going to have an Aqua Crater refractor in the back here to end things off. Tavares, Spencer Jones, Perozzo, Brady House, James Wood, and another Julian at the end here. Ricardo Perez, a first Gabriel Gonzalez. That is a cool looking color match there with the Aqua Lunar Crater Mariners Gabriel Gonzalez card and a Brian Rocchio, who is also an insert only. To finish things off, nice Gabriel Gonzalez hit in the last pack there, number 83 of 125 for the number 91 right there. Sleeve up our Ricardo Perez and our Julian, and top load our Juan Alonso, and then we will recap the break. Thank you, everybody, for joining. We'll do the recap now. One more time, I'll remind everybody that we are breaking again on Thursday and then again on Sunday. Sports Rebuild, there are usually around how many are there in total? I honestly have no idea. We usually end up hitting in the 25 to 30 card range. I want to say we probably ended up right around that range again tonight. I also don't want to skim through all these cards again because I don't want to, since they're not all penny sleeved up, I don't want to go through them again and take a chance of scratching surfaces or anything before I sleeve them up while I'm packaging everything. Let's see. Brian, appreciate you joining as always. We'll see you on Thursday for your break. Mike, have a good night. Carlos, appreciate you joining. Hopefully, we see you back here. All right, recapping the break tonight, starting with the Juan Alonso base auto, Gabriel Gonzalez, Aqua Lunar Crater, Amarian Boyd with the Atomic Auto, numbered 13 of 100, base Lazaro Montes and Spencer Jones, Adley with the Rookie of the Year favorites, Ariel Almonte, Lime Green Paper, Jacob Berry base, Ryan Clifford refractor to 499, Yener Fernandez base auto, big night for some Dodgers. Fernando Tatis, gold paper 5 of 50. Luis Garcia aqua shimmer. Shea Whitcomb refractor auto to 499. Anthony Gutierrez blue shimmer. Lazaro Montes base. Brett Beatty spotlight. Jacob Berry, Spencer Jones adding more base cards. Josh Young spotlight. Andres Mesa lunar. Prelander Berendez refractor auto. Jacob Berry base. Oscar Colas atomic. Yafri Solano with the gold paper numbered 50 of 50. Edward Julian with the lunar, as well as Jefferson Rojas, Michelle Dasone atomic, Matt Mervis and Davison De Los Santos base. And then going across the back, we had our orange hobby exclusive, number 2 of 25 for the Encarnacion paper. We had our Corbin Carroll purple rookie paper, number 141 of 250. Then let's go Juan Alonso blue wave, number 132 of 150. I'm going to go Austin Charles off the board next, even though he was our low numbered hit with the yellow lunar crater, number 47 of 75. And then my top 3 hits of the night, the Cam Collier lunar refractor, the Gabriel Martinez true blue auto number 8 of 150, and the Hector Rodriguez true blue auto serial number 1 of 150. No, sports card. Sports rebuild. You got a bunch of cards for sure. I think I probably called out about 15 to 20 of them throughout the break, but yeah, you definitely got a lot more cards than that. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining the break tonight, and we will see you back here on Thursday. Have a good night, everybody.